I'm here, I'm queer, and it's time for a Metacore video.
Insert snazzy intro here, cause I'm not talented enough to create one. Yeah!
Hey guys, so I'm back with another lesson on LGBT. I believe this is part 6. Yeah, 6, I think. And I'm going to be talking about gender-neutral language. So this video was inspired by a comment from Natalie Rivette. So thank you, Natalie. And Natalie said, maybe you could do things that are used instead of Mr. or Ms. like mix, or alternatives for sir and ma'am. So that's inspired me to just talk about gender-neutral language in general, and I'm going to get to the things Natalie mentioned later. First off, what is gender-neutral language? Gender-neutral language is basically using language that is gender-neutral and not assuming anyone's gender or pronouns unless you ask or you know for certain. Okay, so I try to practice and use gender-neutral language just as much as I can, especially when I'm in LGBT spaces, which I am in LGBT spaces quite a bit, so I especially make sure to use gender-neutral language and gender-inclusive, which can be another term for gender-neutral language, there and just everywhere else, because I know how much it sucks being misgendered from personal experience, and I don't want to accidentally do that to anyone else. Now, I know a lot of people say this, which is, but the majority of people are cis. And yes, you're correct. The majority of people are cis. But there's still a lot of trans and non-binary people. A lot more than was originally thought statistically. There's actually a lot more. And also, a motto I just like to live by is there's nothing wrong with being the person that tries to be overly accommodating and inclusive and nice. Like, I don't really see that as a bad thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with being that person who tries to include everyone and be nice to everyone and not, like, upset or offend anyone. Like, I can't really see someone be like, oh, Seb's such a loser. He tries to use gender-neutral language so he doesn't misgender anyone. That's, like, so lame. Like, yeah, if anyone said that about me, I'd just take it as a compliment. Now, to start using gender-neutral language, what I did was try to not gender people in public in your head or even just out loud in conversation. Just like, instead of saying, oh, I like his outfit or her outfit, try to think, I like their outfit. And just, that's a good way to kind of start the process. And then when you are meeting people, try to not gender them until you know what their pronouns are. And you can find out multiple ways of what someone's pronouns are. One, do they have any buttons or pins that say their pronouns? Because not many people have them. Like, I haven't really met too many people who have pronoun pins or buttons or things like that. But if they do, then great, there you go. And then listen to how other people, like their friends, gender them, what pronouns that their friends use. And lastly, ask what their pronouns are. But I will say, do not ask someone in a huge group of people what their pronouns are. Ask them one-on-one, because if they're not really out, they might feel uncomfortable and like they have to lie, or they might feel like they have to out themselves. So ask someone like one-on-one, and also ask in what situations what pronouns that person wants used. Like, what pronouns would they want you to use, like, for them to like strangers, to like friends or certain friends, and especially like to their family, like who they're out to and what pronouns you can use in front of which people, because you know you don't want to put someone in danger. Okay, and then next, sorry, this is kind of a bouncy journey into gender-neutral language. Try to not use gendered titles or positions such as policeman, mailman, chairman, like instead say police officer, mail carrier, chairperson, because you don't necessarily like know the gender that person, that position might be in when you're like talking about police officers. Like, that not all police officers are male, and also again, just not assuming genders of people. And then when you're talking, try to just avoid gendered terms in general. So instead of being like, how can I help you, sir or ma'am, you can just be like, how can I help you, or how can I help you there? Or instead of saying, hey guys, or hey girls, you can just say, hello people, or hey everyone, hey y'all, if you wish. Or instead of, what can I get you girls or guys? Just what can I get you? What can I get you there? What can I get you? All or y'all. I like saying all a lot, I'm sorry. And just like, as you can see what I mean, just kind of trying to not use gender terms and try to just take them out or just replace them with another word. It can take a bit of practice to adapt to saying stuff like that and stopping saying stuff like guys and girls especially. Like, as you probably noticed, I say hey guys at the start of my videos, like almost all of them, and I am actually trying to not do that. I'm trying to think of something else I can say. Right now I'm leaning towards guys, gals, non-binary pals because it's catchy, but if you have any suggestions of what I can say besides hey guys, let me know in the comments below. If they're snazzy or funny, then they get double points. Also if they're catchy or rhyme. And now on to what Natalie mentioned, which is using mix instead of Mr. or Ms. Now, I've seen some debate over if mix is pronounced mix or mex, but basically mix is MX, and you use it the way you would use Mr. or Ms. It is a gender-neutral, formal alternative, which is just great, and I approve of it a lot, both if you're trying to use gender-neutral language, as this video is about, and you are addressing someone formally, or also just if you're someone who needs to have a formal title like Mr. or Ms, you have to use something like that for a certain situation, and you do not want to gender yourself, like if you're non-binary or trans and closeted, then you can use mex. And then for sir and ma'am, I tried to find a gender-neutral alternative, and I searched, and I wasn't really able to find really any, at least verbally I wasn't able to find any. I did find if you are writing, you can use respectable individual or respected individual. I think, yeah, it's respected individual instead of sir or ma'am, but out loud, like respected individual just in conversation doesn't really work. Though one that I do like for instead of ladies and gentlemen, if you are speaking in like a gathering, you can say distinguished guests. That one I like quite a bit, and if I ever do public speaking again, I am definitely gonna say distinguished guests or ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished guests. That one's good. But yeah, I haven't been able to find an alternative to sir or ma'am, at least one that you or at least not one you can use in conversation. So if you know of any, let me know in the comments below, because that'd be really good to find out. And just, yeah, so gender neutral language, it is something that is important, and Seb sucks at conclusions, but I hope this video was helpful and you learned a bit. If you have any tips for gender neutral language, let me know in the comments below. I'm telling you guys to comment a lot of things today, like I'm trying to get you to be interactive. This is a very interactive video, but I just hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe. Of course, suggest future lesser known LGBT videos that you want to see. I think I may actually make one talking about the word queer, as it is one I use a lot, and there's actually a lot to talk about concerning that word. So I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I was here, I'm so consistently queer. Hope this wasn't a too metaphor video.
Snazzy outro music. Snazzy outro music. Snazzy outro music. Please subscribe.